You know what? Pride is going to destroy Daniel and Issa before gentrification does, because these two are so hard-headed and just prideful that I get so angry. I can't be the only one. There are times I'm just like, just talk to each other. Just tell her. Just tell him, girl. And I get angry to the point where I have to be like, am I angry at these characters or am I angry at myself? Let's be real. This show is a mirror. Sometimes I just want to be ratchet. I love Daniel's niece. I hope we see more of her. She's a cute little comic relief, and it just makes him seem so much more beautiful. I apologize for my yellow nails. I don't have jaundice. Do you get jaundice in your nails? I'm juicing. So I forgot to put on my gloves when I was juicing my turmeric. You know what I mean, that orange thing, and my, like, everything. First of all, my hands were hella yellow earlier, but it started to come off a bit, so excuse the yellow nails. Anyway, seeing Daniel with his niece, I'm like, he just seems so perfect. So perfect. And it's such a 180 for me, because last season I could not stand him because I wanted Issa and Lawrence to work it out. I just loved that character, and I felt very bad for Lawrence because he was obviously going through depression. And what was weird, I liked Lawrence more than I liked Issa in the beginning of that season. And no, season 1, right? Yeah, season 1, I liked Lawrence more than I liked Issa. And I remember I was tuning in just to see Lawrence just deal with depression. And I think for me it was very relatable because I was, in a sense, coming out of that kind of phase within my life and just career, and just I could just relate to Lawrence because I was just there, you know what I mean? So and I felt bad for Issa not standing by him or understanding him. And then when I got towards the end of the season, it was just like, how long this girl gotta hold on to this, you know what I mean? But if she just would have held on a little bit longer, that's life. That's life. But anyway, I didn't like Daniel in the beginning, and now I'm just like, Issa, he's perfect. Like, he's perfect. Girl, what are you doing? Did you guys have like a switch up with Daniel like me, or were you always in love with him? Like, was he like the obvious choice from the get-go for you, and are you like just like even more madly in love with him? Or were you like me, where you were just like, this guy is trash, I can't believe he's breaking up a happy home, Issa was created for Lawrence, back off Daniel, and now you're just like, oh my gosh, marry him today, please? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank God Kelly is back. She is absolutely hilarious. She is the biggest comic relief of this show for me. Like, I enjoy every scene she's in. It's also a plus knowing that she's writing a lot of these jokes because she's that good. I told you guys before, I saw her Netflix special. She was in a Netflix, like, Netflix had this series where it was like up and coming comics, and they gave them each an episode to just like really flesh out some characters, and she killed it. I loved her entire episode. She was so funny, and to know that she just like wrote that on her own, and I don't know, Natasha is very she's very inspiring. I love the work that she does, and I'm so happy for her, because I don't know if you guys know, the reason why we're not getting a lot of her this season is because she's writing and doing her own show. I think it's going to be on HBO as well. So a lot of these people are coming up on this show. This is like, Issa has really given them a platform all to just really catapult their careers and go to the next level, which is something she's just always been known to do, because she did the same thing with Awkward Black Girl. Speaking of Awkward Black Girl, child, Twitter was ablaze with some dude who, can we just be real, in my opinion, he doesn't seem well, who I guess was one of the characters on Awkward Black Girl. I didn't see all of Awkward Black Girl. I saw a couple of episodes on YouTube, but anyway, he was like a part of it, and something happened with him and Issa, and he has just been all over Facebook just writing monologues, and I'm like, baby, ever since Twitter, I don't read past sentence 3. If you can't make your point within 140 characters, I'm tapping out. It is what it is. But he was saying a lot of things about her that, and I'm not saying this because I like her or I like the show. I just didn't see any receipts. You know what I mean? I'm just like, from what I've known of her within her career, she's always created platforms for Black creatives to rise. Like, I don't know, I've never felt like she was somebody who was very selfish. I've never felt like she just did this just for her. If anything, I felt like she was doing it to help other people get on as well. And I don't even think she intended on being the star. I think she was just like, I have this thing, let's do it. Let's, you know, let's get on board and let's, you know, rise. But I felt like she was coming into this thinking that other people were going to take off, and people were just like, you created this, we want to know about you. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but dude, please get off of Facebook and get some help. Get some help, because listen, Hollywood is a tough place. I'm not judging, and I ain't laughing at the dude's, you know, issues, because in Hollywood, everybody is a rejection away from being nuts. True tea. True tea. Let's get back to the show, because I went up on a little tangent, but I was just like, how can I not talk about what was like blowing up Twitter a couple days ago concerning the creator of the show? Anyway, we're back to this Pride storyline. Pride has always been within the storylines. It hasn't been the main focus, but for me, I felt like it's always been the seed concerning these relationships, and especially dealing with Issa, because we're in this thing now with Issa and Daniel where they want each other, and it's just like, just do it. You know, at this point, like watching it, you're watching all the things that they're doing, and it's like you're doing this just to get a reaction from the other person, because Daniel is acting like this girl wants him, and we find out that 4B Bae is not really, or 4A Bae? No, she a 4B. 4A Bae is not that into him. Like, for her, it's just sex, and she, you know, he's making it seem like him and this girl is really serious, and at the end of the day, he's just her mandingo, you know what I mean? And you learn that Daniel is staying away from Issa because his emotions, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's hurt, he feels rejected, and I told you before, when Black men get their feelings hurt, oh Lord, hold the community. They are the biggest babies ever. Like, Black men have to be coddled so much, and it's our community's problem. It's our community. We see it happening. We do not do anything about it. We don't let them cry, but we also do not let their feet touch the ground. It is what it is. We're working on that though. This generation, we're not having that. Black women are fed up. Anyway, so he's really in his feelings, and he's staying away from Issa because she feels rejected by her. She wants him. She feels rejected by him. So she's doing all of these things, like making light of certain situations, or like playing, in a sense, wifey, or, you know, playing like the house mom to him. And I'm like, guys, just talk. Please just talk and just get it over with at this point. You guys are perfect for each other. Why are we going through all the motions? But then it wouldn't be a show, and it wouldn't be real life, okay? When you look back at the relationships you've had, you're just like, if I just would have said something, we wouldn't have had half as many fights, you know what I mean? So I'm just watching it, and I'm being frustrated. I'm just like, just say something, and then it's just like you go back to all the relationships you've been in. And you're like, yeah, this is very true. Light skin love. So true. Oh, they exist in our community. They sure do. I also feel like we're getting this thing where Daniel is going out of his way to hurt Issa because he's hurt her, and Issa is going out of her way to get some kind of reaction and attention from Daniel, because she's like reaching out to him, like making, I don't think she wants to lead him on, right? I just think she doesn't want to let him go until she's moved on. And she has it. Issa doesn't want to let Daniel go because she still has very strong feelings for him. But she just doesn't want to be in a relationship right now. But the problem is, this guy has come back into her life at a time where he is ready for a relationship, and she isn't. So her thing is, let me stay on his mind. Let me stay in his area, his vicinity, because she's not doing her best to try to move out of the place. She wants to at least stay in some aspect on his mind, in his face, so that he doesn't get over her until she's ready to make that leap. But that's just not how life works. Some opportunities come around, or relationships come around, and it's just like, do you either let it go, cut the ties, because it's not right for you to do that to your partner or somebody who is ready when you're not, or do you play with them And even though it's coming from a good place, it's like she's still toying with him. She's still playing with him because the dude has let her know he wants to be with her. And she's just like, oh no, I don't want to be like that. But she's not making an effort to move out. Even throughout this whole episode, she's being the girlfriend, but she doesn't want to have that title and she doesn't want to have that weight on their relationship at this point. And it's like, girl, you're already in it. You might as well just take on everything that it is. But I feel her for not wanting yet to be in a relationship when she's just come out of a really long relationship. But just, life is just, it ain't easy, it ain't fair, but it's worth it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, girl, take the leap. But I get her not wanting to jump back into anything. Like, I don't know. I'm confused just like Issa. I'm confused. Though the sexual tension is very thick, there's also so much love there. So you're like, guys, either be in a relationship or be associates. Make the decision. But it's never that easy. It's never that easy when your souls are intertwined. That's what it is. Like, you can feel it with them. Like, even when they're in a scene and they're not saying anything, you can feel that there is so much there. And it's like, oh, I don't ever want to be in that situation. Child, the stories. Real talk, Daniel is me at events. Like, I hate it. I hate it. Like, I have to go to events because of the industry that I'm in. Like, when you're in the entertainment industry or the music industry, you know, all of that, any form of entertainment, networking is key. You gotta go to all of these events. You gotta like act like you're the life of the party. You gotta start chatting it up with people and sharing information. This is literally how projects get made out here. Like, that is the honest to God truth. When that scene was happening, I was just like, this is the LA life. Like, you're not going to coffee. You're not setting up a meeting in somebody's office. That's just not how it is. You're networking at some event for Instagram or, you know, some makeup event. You're talking to somebody else and you're exchanging. You're just like, oh, we should collab. Like, that's how it happens. This industry is just made up of parties and, you know, award shows. That's another thing. Award shows are a really good place to network. Even people's freaking birthday parties are networking events. That's how you get projects made, and that's how you get work out here. And unfortunately, it's a huge part of the job, and I hate it. I was watching Daniel and I was like, that's just me. I talk myself out of events because I don't feel like it. First of all, I'm an introvert. I cannot take being around people for a very long time unless I prepare for it. So if I go out and I have a really great time at an event or just anything, just hanging out with my friends, and I've put in a good 4 or 6 hours, I'm not going to be able to see anybody or hang out with anybody for a good 4 to 6 months. Like, that's just how it is. And out here, I got to do something like that every day. And it just kills me. My anxiety is at an all-time high. I totally feel uncomfortable. I hate doing it because I hate asking for help. I hate putting myself out there because I don't want to get rejected. And the fear of rejection is so much deeper than the fear of failing. And it's like, oh, I understand, because he was trying to talk himself out of everything. He was going to wait to the last minute. Thank God Issa was there to force him to get to playing the girlfriend. Thank God she was there to force him to have a conversation. But when he got treated like that by that kid, that's exactly why I hate doing it. I was like, this is why I don't like doing this. This is exactly why I do not like networking, because people who are hot or think they are on treat people like crap because the industry just protects horrible people. Like, all these people who are coming out now just being horrible, and people are like, how did they get away for it for so long? To be honest with you, I don't know. Like, Hollywood can make anybody a star. I don't know why they choose to protect and work with awful people. There are a lot of awful people. Some people that y'all love. And some people who I would have still loved and looked up to had I not moved out here and just started working in this industry. But when you get on set or when you get to an event and you just see these people and you're just like, oh my goodness, and you're meeting this person, or you just see this person interacting and you're just like, you are the devil. Like, it's sad. It's really, really is sad. I haven't met Issa. Yeah, I've seen her at events. I haven't seen anything awful from her. I know people who work with her, and I haven't heard any horror stories. Another reason why I'm just like, dude, there's just no receipts, homie. Nobody is coming out and saying anything. And people can. Like, we got Twitter and Facebook and Lipstick Alley and all those things. People can say stuff, and nobody has said anything, so I don't know. But I just said all that to say that I am Daniel, and I have to do better. Me and Daniel have to do better so that we can get jobs, okay? It is what it is. Y'all, when they started shooting and that girl was falling down the steps and screaming her titty, I hollered. I hate how real this show is, because you can be from any part of America, or just, you know, can we be real, any black part, and there's been a, you know about or have been in a shootout in the club. It is what it is. For some reason, our black men like to shoot up clubs. I don't know why. White men like to shoot hay barrels in the middle of a cornfield. Black men like to shoot up clubs. It is what it is. But when homegirl was falling down them steps screaming her titty, oh gosh, I love this show. Natasha probably wrote that. I know you did it, Kelly. I know you're writing. So I realize what it is about Daniel and Issa that we all like, and that's why we all want them to be a couple, right? But there's a huge problem. The thing that we see is that they're so much alike. They're like twins, and they're alike in a lot of good ways, and they're alike in a lot of bad ways. And the main issue that will make their relationship crash and burn when they get together is pride. They are both very prideful people. Issa never is able to communicate how she is feeling because of pride. And pride also comes from like fear, you know what I mean? It's the fear of being hurt. So she's very protective of herself, which is very relatable and understandable. Daniel's the same way, because here, I think the guy name is Khalid or Khalid, whoever. The guy they went to high school with, wants to work with him. He keeps on mentioning it, and I'm like, this guy is doing very well. Daniel is not excited at all. And so for me, I was thinking, what, did something happen with them in high school? Or does he feel like the guy is hitting on Issa? Like, what is going on? So that's what I'm thinking the whole time. And then we get to him revealing that he just feel, or him showing that he's not only intimidated by the guy, but he thinks the guy is in competition with him. And I'm like, nobody saw that. What are you doing? But it's his pride. His thing is, they are the same age. He feels like he's getting too old. This guy is more established than him. He doesn't want to ask for help because he feels like he should be on the same level and doing the same things that he's doing. And listen, shoulda, woulda, coulda. This is how your life turned out, dude. Take it for what it is. Because I was so bothered by that. I'm like, this guy keeps on trying to work with Daniel. Daniel, who needs an opportunity, keeps on acting like he arrived. And I'm like, oh no, you need this help. What's happening is Daniel's getting older. He feels unaccomplished. And this guy who is the same age as him, from same neighborhood, same high school, is doing better. And he got a problem with that. And his pride won't allow him to receive the help that is coming his way. Issa's the same way. So I'm like, we all love them. We all think they'll be a great couple, but that one thing about them will make this relationship crash and burn before it gets off the ground. But they will look so good together though. But it's just, the love is there. The pride is there too. The pride is just as strong as the love, and I don't see that working with this couple at all. So when Issa was acting like, you know, doing right in front of Daniel, they're back at his house and she's doing the stretching. She's and he's like, oh, is everything okay? I knew exactly where this was going. She's like, oh, you know, the couch. I'm like, girl, you playing the game. See, this is the thing. Issa is playing the girlfriend role, but she doesn't want the title. She doesn't, oh no, we're just chilling. No, we're just friends. But you're being his wife basically at his home. But then out in the streets into your girlfriends, oh no, nothing's really going on. He's just letting me stay there. He's being a friend. But you want it too. But you also want to have this freedom. Girl, why must he be so difficult? Why? Because I already knew that she was trying to get up in that dude's bed. That's what that whole thing was about. She wanted him to say, oh, you can stay in my bed with me. But Daniel said, oh, no, you can stay in my bed. And she's like, oh, really? He's like, yeah, I want to be up all night. Oh. That's not what you wanted. So then she gets a call from the apartment complex that she called about being the housing manager, I guess. Or what do they call it? Do they call it housing manager? Apartment manager? Yeah, housing manager. I'm from Philly. We call it something different. Anyway, so she gets that call, and I already knew, because it's very evident that she wants it to work with this guy, but she wants it to work in her time. And that is not how relationships work. You got to compromise. Daniel wants it now. She wants it later, but she doesn't want to abandon it. So I knew that she was going to not reject the call, but I knew she wasn't going to jump right on it. When she got the message, she was listening to it. I was like, Issa is not going to take that. Although I want her to, because I want her to be alone for a minute, because to come out of a very, what she said, a 5-year long relationship with a dude who was highly depressed and then became very abusive mentally in the end because of the hurt and the pain. Like, it was just an ugly breakup, and it was a rough relationship towards the end for her. I want her to heal. I want her to get her stuff together, because also she's going through a lot. She's driving Uber, something she didn't want to do. Her job is just all over the place. She doesn't really know where she's at. Like, that's in limbo. She doesn't really know what's going on with that right now. She's still healing from this situation with Lawrence. She doesn't have a home. I think a lot of times when you're in despair, certain things start looking really, really good. I want her to, you know, pursue this relationship with Daniel when she's in a much better place. Because I think not having a home, needing him to help, and that changes how you feel about the situation, because you need help and this person is helping you. So you're also falling in love with the help. But if you had your own place, if you were doing well at your job, you know, if you were on the up and up, would you still want to be in this relationship with Daniel? I don't know. I don't know. That's why I'm always just like, you know what? Dating is cute and fine and everything, but I'm gonna wait a minute, because I just want to be in a different place. Because especially out here being a woman in Los Angeles, a dude with an apartment, a 401k, and good credit starts looking really, really good. And you just, you forget about the red flags. You forget about the red flags because rent is expensive. And you're thinking about, you know what? He's nice enough. We could move in again. You just start thinking like that because of your situation. So I just want to be in a much better situation where I don't need a partner for anything besides wanting to take the next step in my life and wanting to, you know, wanting that right now, instead of, oh, I like how you make me feel. I like that you're helping me out with the bills, or I like that you're helping me escape, right? And I think that's what Daniel kind of is right now. It's also an escape, because you know how we are when we get bored or when we're going through something, we'll start crushing on a dude because it's just an escape. It's an escape from a tough situation that we're dealing with right now, or it's just an escape from boredom. So that happens. Women do that often. That's why that meme with Nicki Minaj, when she was like, wait, I was just playing, and somebody wrote over that clip of her when you were flirting with a guy because she was bored, and now the guy wants to like date you. That's what we do. Women do it all the time. It's so relatable. I don't know why, but we do that. So I like them together, right? I just want to see if Issa will be at the same place that she is at now with Daniel, and wanting him like this if she was in a better situation. I don't know, because she's met Daniel when she's been in dire situations. She met Daniel when she was like going out of her mind trying to deal with Lawrence. That's when he came up in her life again. Now she's in this, she's in another dire situation. So I don't know. I think she probably will want something else. I don't know, man. But I do like them together, but I don't think it's going to happen. So don't get your hopes up. I don't think we're going to end with a Daniel and Issa relationship in season 3. I don't think we'll ever get there. I think there might be somebody else, because we still got that fine light-skinned babe from the lift from last season. So we'll see. We will see. Anyway, listen, I'm mad at Issa for securing the stay and playing house until she can get in a better situation. Have fun while you're at it. It's just, I think the dude that you're playing this game with is falling deeper and deeper in love with you, even though he's not saying it, because his actions to her not wanting to take the next step lets me know that he has fallen hard for Issa. I don't know if Issa's falling hard for him, so we will see. Anyway, next episode looks really, really good. I'm interested to get more of Issa's girlfriends in this season. Molly is coming back. I'm glad to see us explore her job situation, and we're also going to explore Daniel and Issa shacking up, playing house. So we'll see how that works. Anyway, let me know what you think about this episode in the comments section below. I'm interested to get other people's perspective of specifically this relationship between Daniel and Issa, because I feel like I'm looking through it, or I'm totally looking through it through my experience, like we all are. And maybe I'm missing something, or maybe you guys agree. Whatever it is, let's talk about it and let me know. And thank you for watching. I hope that you will continue to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And even if you don't, I'll still be here next week. So stop on by. Love you guys. Bye.